Welcome, viewers. This is Voice of UPSA, and today I've been given the honor to interview a very prestigious woman, the Public Affairs Directorate of the University of Professional Studies. I cannot do justice when it comes to introducing her, so I'll give her the floor so that she will give us a prompt and an introduction that you will love.
Oh, dear, prominence. No. So I'm the chief servant of this university, actually. My name is Abba Loko, and I'm the director of public affairs in this university. And as you all know, public affairs concern with the image building of the university. And that involves all our stakeholders, establishing mutual beneficial relationships with all our stakeholders, and that includes you, students, our council members, the government, faculty, administrative staff, our contractors who work around here, the media, anybody who has a stake in this university. You know, this university is a public university. And so everyone, and I'm sure every Ghanaian, has a stake in this university. And so my work is to ensure that all the relationships with this targeted stakeholders are beneficial and that they know to achieve the objectives of the university. So basically, that's what my department or my directorate is responsible for.
So, Mrs. Abba, please, what would you say are some core values that these freshers who are now in school should have as UPSA students?
Well, I believe that, and I like to call it SAY, just an acronym for people to remember easily. By this university core values, one of service. So service to self as a student, service to your colleague, service to the community in which you find yourself. So that's very important. As students also, we ask that of the university value, the value of integrity. And I think that cuts across, that you should have integrity in terms of your education as you come here to learn. Integrity in the fact that you are learning and in even citing other people's work, that you don't take other people's work. People who have integrity or students who have integrity would reference other people's work. Integrity in your relationship with your fellow student, right? Being honest with your faculty, with teachers, with when they say that wear decent things, you wear things in decency because you have integrity. That you are not engaging in 419 as a student and duping people so that you bring disrepute to the university in which you are in. So anything that you do that will not bring honor is something that we do not encourage. And that also, so I've spoken about service, I've spoken for integrity, and then respect. I believe that when you respect yourself, there are things that you would not do, right?
Yes.
And when you respect your fellow students, you respect the person, you won't go and take their, let's say, their notes and go to the library and hide books so that your fellow student will not have access to it. You won't go and tear out pages of books because then you're respecting yourself and respecting the institution. You respect your lecturers, you respect faculty, even if the person is not your lecturer, you respect the person just because that is a value that you are imbibing. Having respect for security people, the cleaners, without who you will not have a comfortable environment in which to learn. So respect cutting across everything we do. That is basically a value that we try to imbibe in our student. And that is what I will recommend. I mean, even when you leave the campus, these values should be things that people see and identify you as a student of UPSA, or your behavior is reflective of these values so much that, pardon me, somebody will ask that, may I know which university you come from? Because then you are reflecting these values, this value of service, value of integrity, and value of respect. Yes.
And also, what makes UPSA unique from other universities in Ghana?
You should be telling me that. You should be telling me why you choose to come to UPSA. I believe that UPSA is unique in so many ways, but I think I will choose to highlight just a few. One is the fact that this is, I would say, the best business university, focusing on training and molding professionals in accounting, in actuarial science, in economics, in banking, and lately we've added the other business courses. This university has molded and trained so many people. And I bet you me, if you went to any organization worth its salt, you will find an alumni from this university. That is how unique this university is in its academic programs, the program offerings, right? Wow. And then this is the only university that when you come to, by the time you are graduating with your academic qualification or your BA in whatever. And then if you are steadfast, the university trains you at no cost to help you in your professional qualification as well. So one for the price of one, you end up with a professional qualification, maybe in Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana or Chartered Institute of any of these professional programs. If you yourself are mindful and actually put yourself to learning, by the time you are done, you have your uh, your degree, and then you would have chartered also in the professional. So you have your dual, let's say, qualification to go. And so that's how come our students are hot cake as soon as they are done. If they are not pursuing their own entrepreneurial drive, which we encourage as a university, that, I mean, once you enter this university, we are telling you that you need to learn to code. And that's compulsory for all our students. It started last year, and I believe that that's going to continue. I mean, if you have coding skills, employers are now looking for students who have soft skills. You know, the bit about staying in the classroom and learning all of that. Everybody who graduates has that. So, what differentiates our students are the critical thinking skills that we encourage our students. I believe that you have benefited from a lesson that focuses on helping students with critical thinking. I don't know any university that does that, you see. So that's it. And the faculty, I would say that majority of our faculty, and if you look at the adjunct lecturers who come, they are people who are industry practitioners for years. And so they bring industry knowledge combined with theory to teach students. And so, not just focusing on theory, but people are made to write business plan, to do things and to do practical learning, which is in sync with what industry is looking for. So I'll just focus on this three. And then in terms of our hostels, also students have a serene and peace of mind. at the end of their studies to have somewhere where they put their heads. And leveraging on our library. I believe it when people tell me it's the best in the country. Technology based. It's not one that is you see physically with all the books, but the database and the technology exists for you to access all the textbooks that the student require. So I'll just focus on this few. And I think that we provide also the mental health support for our students with our counseling session. I think that for a student to thrive in any higher education institution, they must have a sound mind supported by mental health practitioners. And our counseling directorate support students to have an interface where they go and engage with counselors who are professionals to help them steady the storm if they have any, to ensure that they steady and their user experience is good at the end of the program. So that's the bit I would say.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
This has been it's been very honorable having to work with you today.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. And come again.
It's
Come
fine.
often. Yeah. Okay. All right then.
Thank you.
Okay.